What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the very first episode of That's Dope for the year 2020. It's been a crazy year already, just starting off, man. It's crazy how it works, man. Like, I speak things into my life and I watch these things manifest and come into fruition. We talk about music and all that stuff, but me, I consider myself a pretty spiritual or enlightened person, man. And whatever it is you want to do, whatever your heart desires, man, put the effort in to doing it and believe that you can make that thing happen. That's all I gotta say. Believe that you can make that thing happen. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care who look at you crazy when you tell them what you want to do. I don't care if you don't have any experience in doing it. I don't know why I'm talking about this right now, to be honest with you. I'm supposed to be talking about the beat I'm about to make, but some just put this on my heart just to say this, man. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but whoever it was for, take that and run with it. But anyway, today, look, I found this piano loop, and this is actually like the second or third time I've actually been able to sit down and do beats since the start of this new year. But I found this piano loop, man, and it just kind of inspired me to go ahead and set up and just go ahead and start filming, because I'm like, I already know this shit is gonna turn into something crazy. So we're just gonna take that loop and build on top of it like we always do. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first sound we got is this piano loop. It sounds like this. All right, and I'm actually doing a little processing on it. I actually added isotope vinyl just to add a little texture, or kind of change the vibe just a little bit, just to kind of make it a little bit more grungy. And I'm actually running some reverb to it, just to give it some extra space. Now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm doing on this reverb. If you're an artist and you get your records mixed, I just want to say, 2 tracks are cool, but if you can, get the full track out of the beat for the engineer who's ever mixing. It makes a world of a difference when you have each element separated, and the engineer that really knows what he or she is doing can really go in there and tweak the sounds and create that space. Because I hear a lot of like producers, when I hear beats, their beats just sound narrow compared to industry stuff. It's because they don't understand yet, or maybe they not interested in learning how to mix, but they don't understand how to create that space in the mix, by manipulating those sounds, by adding like, delays or choruses or reverb. So, if you can, get the full thing, get the full track out of the beat, each stem, and let an engineer really, mix that song the way it's supposed to be mixed. It makes a world of a difference. But anyway, on this particular reverb channel, what I like to do always is have an EQ first, and I'm always high pass filtering that EQ. That's always the first thing in the chain. And then Reverb. Reverb is by far my favorite reverb plugin in the box. I can make Reverb sound like any reverb plugin you can think of. At least I tend to think so, because there's so many things that I can add, to this channel strip to kind of manipulate the way this reverb sounds. But for the most part, it sounds really good, especially when I cut off some of that high end that's going into it. And I'm always low pass filtering and doing a high filter cut on this. Is always, sometimes I take it all the way down to 200. Right now I got the low pass filter at what I had it at 2.68, and then I got the high filter cut at 2.63. Let's just hear what the reverb sounds like on the piano without the piano. So that's that's the piano, but it's not the direct signal. Now you're only hearing the reverb. So let's hear it one more time. and it just makes the piano a little bit wider. And in addition to the EQ, I'm also running this A1 stereo control. This is a plugin by Alex Hilton. It's a free plugin. You can Google it and find it. And I really like it. I use it like on effect sends, and I'll also use it on the mix bus sometimes. And I like it because you can mono the bass and you can just spread out everything else, you know, as far as frequency wise. It goes up to 500 hertz that you can mono. And I like that. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually monoing all the way up to 500. So everything under 500 hertz is mono in this Reverb plugin, and everything above 500 hertz is we took the stereo width to 155, so it just spreaded it out a little bit. So it just makes the reverb sound a little bit bigger and a little bit more spacious. All right, so let's lay down that piano. All right, so the next sound we got is an electric piano. It sounds like this. Probably thinking, what the hell we're gonna do with that? We actually only gonna be using like the first initial hit, like this part. That's it. Let's lay that down. All right, so we got that. I went ahead and I copied it over, you know how I always do, where I wanted it to go. But I want to play something for you guys so I can show you what I did, like for the chorus and what I'm doing for the verses. For the verses, I just took what I just did for the first piano and for that hit. I just took it down an octave, and it just kind of created a certain feel. That's something I like to do a lot in my beats. You know, I'll do something in a in a high octave for the chorus, and then when the verses come in, I'll take it lower, or I may do it vice versa. It just really all depends on the feel of the sound and what I'm going for. But let's listen to those two sounds and how it comes in when the verse drops. That shit is fucking dope. Let's keep building on top of that. All right, so the next sound we're gonna add is this vocal sample. It sounds like this. And this vocal sample is a vocal sample. Well, all three of those sounds, actually, all three of the sounds that we're about to add, well, this being the third, those sounds come out of my Apple Loop sound pack that came with my Mac. And I've talked about this in, countless videos. I will go through those sound packs and I will just take like little snippets of, those loops, like a little part out here. I kind of forced them to do what I heard in my head, and I'm piecing them together and I'm making a whole new masterpiece. Let's add that vocal sample. All right, so the next sound we got is actually another sample from that same loop pack that I was telling you guys about. This sound is called African Sand Rehab, I think. Let's check. No, it's called Afghanistan Sand Rabab. All right, I'm talking about, what the hell did I just say? Something. But anyway, it sounds like this. But I want to just take it and play something that's gonna fit. So let's add that part. All right, cool. So we got a good foundation. Let's start laying down the drums. right, so I got the sound. It's from Arturia. It's out of the Mini V3. This one is called Anthem. It's like this. It just sounds big and rich, but we're gonna add this probably on the chorus part, just on the chorus parts. But let's add this. Cool. Let's quantize that, clean that up, and then we're gonna listen to it from the top. As always, I want to know, what did you guys think about the beat? Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and rock with me, all right? Until next time, arrivederci.